80. How? 38 multiplied by 10. Right? Because 10 is actually going to be used to make this job order number job WR53. What is the answer here? $730. Right? So now you understand how we are going to apply the predetermined overhead rate to calculate the costs, right? Everybody understand this question?
Sir,
Yes. What?
What did you do after finding POHR?
Okay. Again.
I'm sorry.
No, it's good. I really like persons who participate. Here we go. Okay, one more thing. So we calculated the POHR, right? So this POHR is 38, right? And we need to calculate the cost of job WR53. We know that its direct material is 200, its direct labor is 150. And we need the manufacturing overhead. So can we allocate 760,000 here? Can we write it down 760,000 here? No, because that is the cost for all over the year, right? Not for just this job. This is the factory cost of manufacturing overhead. It means we need to find out manufacturing overhead that is related to this job. So how we can do that? We can find out that per unit POHR is this one, and since the POHR is based on direct labor hours, so do we have the direct labor hours for this cost? Answer is here. On this job WR53, 10 direct labor hours are used. So we know that POHR, manufacturing overhead rate, estimated or predetermined overhead rate is 38. Based on 10 hours would be 380 for this job, not for the whole factory. This job is for the whole factory. And this is for just this order or this job. Answer is 380. Right? And the total cost going to be, your product cost going to be 730. Understand?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Now, if you understand that, then you are required to solve this question. And this is the third question, the individual class participation question. And after that, on one page, just one page picture, you send it to the group. Everybody send one picture, not two pictures of their class participation.
To the group, right?
Yeah, to the group.
Okay.
I'm giving you 10 minutes to solve this question, 5 minutes to read that and understand the question, and 5 minutes to solve this question. And then gonna be recording, resume the recording. Okay, here we go. So let's just read the question and then we compare the answer. The company assigns overhead cost to completed jobs on the basis of 120% of labor costs. It means their POHR is based on labor cost in figures, and that is 125%. So they have given the POHR, right? So the job cost sheet for job number 313 shows that 10,000 direct material has been used on the job and that 12,000 in direct labor cost has been incurred, and a total of 1,000 units were produced in job 313. So We know that the direct material is equal to 10,000. Direct labor is 12,000. Manufacturing overhead. How we calculate this? It is 125% of direct labor hour. How much is the direct labor hour? Sorry, direct labor cost. Direct labor cost is 12,000. So 12,000 multiplied by 125%. 15,000. How much is the cost, total cost, or total production cost, or product cost? 15,000 plus 12,000 plus 10,000. 37,000. Right? And this is per unit cost? Answer is no. Why? Because they have made 1,000 units. So units produce 1,000. So what is per unit cost? So total production cost divided by units. So which is 37,000 divided by 1,000. Answer is 37. Everyone, did you get the same answer?
Yeah.
Good. And anything I want to explain? If you think that anything I need to explain, I would be here to explain one more time. Everyone, Alima, Ayana, Crystal, Jackie.
Can you explain one more time?
Jordan. Explain one more time, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just. Here we go. So we have job number 313, and we need to find out its unit cost. So this job consisted of 1,000 units. So on 1,000 units, you need to find out how much is the total cost. So total cost on 1,000 units can be calculated. Total production cost or product cost is going to be direct material, direct labor, and manufacturing overhead. So direct material they have given because it is easily traceable. So no new rocket science is going to be involved here. So for manufacturing overhead, they said that our overhead assigns to the completed jobs on the basis of 125% of the direct labor cost. It means they have given the POHR already 125% of the direct labor, not the labor hours. In previous questions, we have find out on the basis of direct labor hours per hour, right? So this one is on the basis of direct labor costs. So how much is the estimated manufacturing overhead based on actual cost? So on this job, 12,000 direct labor cost has been applied. So what would be the overhead? Our overhead is 125%. 125%, how we calculate that? 15,000. Answer is 37,000. So on this job, so this is job 313 produces 1,000 units, right? Minsu here, they have produced a total of 1,000 units was produced in job 313, right? So in job 1313, the total cost is 37,000. So what is per unit cost? Unit product cost. 37,000 multiply by 1000, divided by 1000. Answer is 37 per unit. Minsu,
Yeah, I got it.
understand?
Yeah.
Okay. And now understand the flow of cost in job order costing and prepare appropriate journal entries to record the cost. So here we go. Our requirement is not going to the journal entries, though we will learn here, but the requirement is not journal entries. If you don't understand the journal entries right now here, then don't just worry about that. If you want to learn, I will definitely explain that, but that is not the requirement for this objective. First of all, just learn about how we calculate the job order costing flow of cost, the flow of cost in job order cost. So here we go. So flow of cost is like that. Once the sale order is basically, sale order is the basis of a production order. When you receive the sale order, immediately you start production. So a production order initiate a work on a job, because since this is a new order, a customized order, so they have renamed or they have named according to their own. Like in our question, we have job 313, right? So they name that order and send to the production area. So for that, when it comes to the production, material requisite form is issued. So the direct material directly go to the job order cost sheet, easy, and indirect material going to be recorded in manufacturing overhead. Similarly, the direct labor will be counted through employee ticketing machine, employee type ticket. It directly go to the job order cost sheet, and indirect will go to the manufacturing overhead, right? But how we know that the indirect labor is this much amount? Normally we estimate. That's it, right? So that's why real challenge is to calculate the manufacturing overhead, because these direct labors and direct material is really easy. And then what happened when, so basically manufacturing overhead, you apply on the basis of predetermining overhead rate, right? So indirect material will go to the manufacturing overhead, employee ticketing will go to the manufacturing overhead, and the other actual charges, if you have that time, that's it, will go to the manufacturing overhead. But remember, the figure that we're going to use here is based on the fact that we are going to use the predetermining overhead rate, and you create a job cost sheet. Once the job is done, then we compare our manufacturing overhead with our estimated. Okay, any question up till now? Everyone?
All clear, sir.
All clear?
Yeah.
Okay, then we base our discussion and we stop our discussion right now here. The journal entries and all the stuff, because that would be taking, I think, more than 45 minutes. So I would be taking this to the next lecture. So I'm going to end this meeting here. If you have further question, then you can ask. Everyone, no more question? Leo, Crystal, William?
No question.
No question, thank you.
No question. Thank you.
Okay, then I'm just going to end the meeting right now here.
Yes.
And from next lecture, we talk about some journal entries, and then we actually dive into the calculating the job order costing based on actual costing, in which we compare about the under and over apply. So we have cleared right now the concept of under and over, but over there we will apply and do some practical questions as well.
Okay. Have a good night.
Thank you guys. Thank you. Have a nice weekend. Bye-bye.
Sir, goodbye.
Thank you. Bye.